This is a video response to East Coast preppers. Prepping is not living in fear. The sentiments that he has had expressed to him about us, living in fear or listening to too many fear mongers. This is all stuff that I have heard from my non-prepper friends and family. And the response that I give them is, in actuality, we are fearless, not living in fear, but we're fearless because we're prepared. We're not as worried about the minor unexpected bills because we know that if we have to forego a grocery shopping trip for a week or 2 or 3, we can handle it. It'll be a little tight, but we can handle it. Not a big deal. We don't have to worry as much about a major issue, an illness or a job loss, because we're prepared for that. So we don't have that hanging over our head like some people do. We're not as worried about things breaking down because we care for and do regular routine maintenance on our vehicles, on our appliances, on everything that could break down. We check out our washers and we do the maintenance on them, and we start to see when there's a problem. So instead of being without a washer for 2 weeks while we get a repairman out here to change a belt, we see that the belt's got a wear on it, and when the weekend comes around, the husband just grabs another belt on his way home and fixes it for us. Same thing with our vehicles. We do regular routine maintenance. We catch things before they become big issues. So we don't have that worry. I don't have that, if we have an unexpected long trip to a relative's house. We're not having that, oh, I wish I'd have changed the oil and we didn't do this. No, because it's already done. I know that when an emergency comes up, I can hop in my vehicle and go and not have to worry about it. Also, don't have to worry about breaking down on the way and then not having a way to get home, or not having water, or not having food, because our get home bags are right in the back of the vehicle. So we don't have that worry or that fear. We also don't have a lot of fear or worries when it comes to, other situations, because most of us have a backup plan. We have plan A, plan B, plan C. We pretty much got it covered, so we don't have those worries. We've thought about every possible contingency that could come up, and we've got it handled. Most of us have started minimizing our stuff so we could maximize our life. We have more free time with our children because we've gotten rid of a lot of the stuff that, the things we thought we had to do, the things we thought we needed to have. We don't. We don't feel the need for a new car every 2 years. So we don't, for some of us, that has meant that we can now stay home with our children or homeschool our children, because we understand that we don't have to have brand new furniture every 3 years when the color schemes change. We understand how to fix our cars and keep them running so we don't have to constantly buy new ones. We understand about fixing things and not replacing them. So we don't have that extra stress and worry of child care, or of what's happening to our child in daycare, or the stress and worries that go along with having to work, because we're here with our children. I don't think we worry about our kids the same way other people do. We do. We worry about them horribly, but I don't have to worry that my kids don't know how to budget their money, because I know they do. They sat down at this kitchen table with me and they've went over the family finances. My kids understand what money we have, where it goes, and how we're going to work it out. So I believe my children understand about that. I don't have the same issues with the I wants, why can't I have, they have this, we don't have that. because my children know where the money goes. They know how to budget, and I think later on in life that will help them greatly. My kids know how to work on a car. My 12-year-old daughter knows how to change a tire. She knows how to check the oil, knows how to check the water. She's changed the oil with her daddy. She knows how to look after her own vehicle. She knows what to listen for and how to protect her vehicle. So, the younger children as well, but this is my daughter. I won't have to worry about her so much on the side of the road. They know how to grow their own food. They know how to handle a firearm or other weapons. They know how to get water out in the field should they need it. They know about wild edibles. I know it sounds goofy to say, but what happens if they get lost on a hike? Everyone says, oh, that'll never happen. Yeah, it happens all the time. Kids, wander off or something, and my children will know how to take care of themselves. And so we don't have the same worries as other kids. Our children, they spend a lot more time with us, so I'm not as worried about the influence of drugs and alcohol and peer pressure, because our children have a good, solid, loving home base. They know what's expected out of them, and they understand that there's a much bigger thing in life than just their buddies and doing what everybody else does. Because they're from a family of renegades, if you will, because we're going against what would be considered the norm, they understand that. The way I see it, we're actually living a fearless life, or at least a reduced fear life. We appreciate every day for what it is, because we know that this, what we call normalcy, may not be here a week from now, or a month from now, or a year from now. We live each day truly living, not just getting by till the next day off or until vacation, because we know those things may not be there. That option may not be there. We must spend as much time and truly enjoy ourselves now. Something as simple as deciding whether or not to go to the drive-in movie this past weekend for our family was the fact that I looked at it and it's like, well, this is going to be stretching the budget a little bit, but it was like, you know what? A year from now, this may not be an option. And I want my children to be able to look back on that and say, ooh, we did something fun. It wasn't breaking the bank. It wasn't anything crazy. It was $10 carload night. And so it created memories. And it was a good time with our children. So in regards to the living in fear, I think because we are prepared, there's no fear to it. There's really not. As a matter of fact, I think we're a much more laid back, relaxed family than most of my non-prepper friends who are running around like chickens with their heads cut off, worried about how they're going to pay this bill and how they're going to pay that bill, and oh my God, what if my car breaks down? Or, no, we don't have that. So in essence, I think they're jealous. I really do. I think they're the ones that are projecting their fear off on us. Really do. Morty out.